Dr. Ma, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would first to express my gratitude for the Hong Kong GFA for inviting me to this important event. GFA plays an important role in bringing together expertise across the industry and fostering dialogue, helping advance Hong Kong's development at the International Green Finance Center. As we gather here today, this is not just a moment to reflect on the past, but to look forward, to think about how we can see the opportunities that climate change brings and steer the net zero transition for both Asia and the world. As we all know that the urgency of addressing climate change had never been clearer. In 2024, global temperature reached unprecedented levels. For the first time, we surpassed the critical 1.5 degree threshold. Extreme weather events such as floods and heat waves are becoming more frequent, impacting economies and societies around the world. As we deal with climate change, we cannot ignore the geopolitical challenges shaping the world today. The withdrawal of some major economies from the Paris Agreement and the trade restrictions they impose on green technologies are indeed slowing down progresses, especially in developing countries. Meanwhile, policy shifts in several countries add further uncertainty to the global climate governance framework. Yet, despite these challenges we are facing, we still have a choice to drive meaningful change. The green transition offers a choice that presents real opportunities for growth, especially for us here in Asia. In 2023 alone, green investment in Southeast Asia reached $6.3 billion, representing a 20% year-on-year increase. And this is just the beginning. To meet the region's 2030 carbon reduction targets, an estimated $1.5 trillion in total investment will be required. This scale of investment demonstrates that green and sustainable projects are built on viable business models and can deliver tangible returns. Indeed, Southeast Asia is in action. Vietnam and Indonesia are advancing with their carbon market. Malaysia has aligned its national sustainability reporting framework with the ISSB standard. And Thailand's Draft Climate Change Act is setting clear targets for emission reductions and green investment. In addition, our recent survey shows that 86% of Southeast Asian organizations plan to increase sustainability investment in the next 5 years. However, 68% face limited access to sustainable finance products. This is where Hong Kong can step in as a vital connector and facilitator. For further details and more findings, we will launch a joint research paper tomorrow during the BOCHK Green Forum 2025. Please stay tuned, and we warmly invite you to take a closer look at how we can bridge these gaps and unlock new opportunities. At the same time, China is driving an unprecedented scale of change. By the end of 2023, China accounted for 40% of the world's total renewable energy installed capacity and 50 to 65% of global electric vehicle fleet and green hydrogen production capacity. By the first half of 2025, China installed renewable energy capacity reached 2.2 billion kilowatts, account for about 60% of the country's total power generation capacity. Ahead of COP30 in November 2025, China will announce its new 2035 national determined contributions, aiming to cover all greenhouse gas emissions across the entire economy. As China turns its focus to the fifth five-year plan, we can expect the rollout of a detailed action plan and strategic roadmaps to achieve its climate goals, as well as acceleration of green innovation and deepening of transition finance. In this shifting landscape, Hong Kong's role as a driving force for Asia's green transformation becomes even more critical. Positioned at the intersection of Southeast Asia and the China mainland, Hong Kong is uniquely placed to bridge these two areas. As the international finance center, Hong Kong has the chance to become an innovation hub for the green and the transition finance in Asia Pacific. This goes beyond offering traditional green finance products like green loans or green bonds. Hong Kong can lead the way by pioneering new financial models, such as blended finance with leverage, public, private, and philanthropic capital to scale up green infrastructure projects across Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, Hong Kong can continue supporting China's transition by focusing on sectors where decarbonization is most challenging. For example, heavy manufacturing, shipping, and other sectors that are vital to the region's economic growth, but often underfunded in green finance. At Bank of China Hong Kong, we are proud to be part of this green transition journey. We have been deeply engaged in Hong Kong's green finance sector. Our commitment is reflected by the growing scale of our green and sustainable products and services. Last year alone, our green and sustainable loans grew by a remarkable 28.8%. We also actively finance clients across Southeast Asia in accelerating their low-carbon transition. In order to provide these products and services with a clear framework, we introduced the BOCHK Green and Sustainable Finance Taxonomy, becoming one of the first few banks in Hong Kong to establish its own green finance standards, ensuring that investment flow to where they are most needed. As time goes by, we recognize that while the challenges of climate change are clear, but so are the opportunities. Hong Kong is at the center of this transformation. We have the tools, the capital, and the determination to transform Asia into a green powerhouse. By embracing green finance, empowering local markets, and adopting sustainable practices, we can ensure that transition to a net zero future is not just possible, but inevitable. Thank you once again for the Hong Kong GFA for hosting this important event. We look forward to collaborating with you while we accelerate Asia's transition to a sustainable net zero future. Thank you.